Hi, everyone, and welcome to Thursday's broadcast. Today's date, of course, I think sitting very forefront in the minds and hearts of Americans for obvious reasons, the 24th anniversary of 9/11. And for that and for a whole lot of other reasons and headlines, if you will, it's been a heavy week, been a heavy day for a lot of Americans, including myself, just trying to wrap my brain around a few thoughts as to whether or not I should address any or not, or express my opinion. And I think we'll forego much of that. But I will say this: coming into the office today after being out in the field most all day, and a beautiful day weather-wise, and getting to spend a little time with customers and the like, vendors and things of that nature, and a pleasant day. And then coming into the office realizing it's not been a pleasant day. I wanted to say this. I came into the office and got on the internet, and in the matter of 15 minutes was sick to my stomach. I never heard, honestly. I guess I'm not his target demographic, and my focus is local news for the most part. I've never heard of Charlie Kirk. No idea who he was. Don't really know a whole lot about him now. I do have an idea as to what he did and his thoughts and his opinions on matters, political and otherwise, but really just that's about it. That can pretty much sum it up. And I don't care. His opinions were what they were. If they were completely opposite of what they were, still wouldn't matter, they were his. And in a mere 15 minutes or so to see the post, see the direct post or comments, to see the many people who are losing their jobs for making posts and comments, celebrating or relishing in the fact that he was executed in front of a group of students, that has been one of the most disgusting things that I have seen in my lifetime. It's not the first time, won't be the last, but that is the world we live in. And for any individual who out there is relishing in the fact that this man was killed in front of a group of students, executed in front of a group of students, if you're relishing in that fact because of a matter of opinion or political difference or indifference, you're the problem, in my opinion. Just my opinion. So, on with that, right? Or on from that. Headlines tonight will include a couple. We'll talk about a serious situation in Johnson County, serious auto accident in Johnson County, some other headlines and news. Let's first and foremost talk about your weather. There's a pretty good segue. What will be a good portion of the program towards the latter part. Still beautiful weather out there, but it is starting to take its toll. It's already been taking its toll. Little backyard tomato gardeners like myself are just a small gauge of a bigger problem in Kentucky for drought that's just worsening. Here's Kentucky, this map released by the U.S. Drought Monitor Service today, the data from a couple of days ago. And if you go all the way to the tip of western Kentucky, well, the severe drought category, the orange, is already creeping into there. And you don't have to go very far to get into the moderate drought, which is a big swath, all of that lighter shade of orange or tan, if you will. Then it, of course, kind of jumps and skips to parts of northeastern Kentucky, and they, too, are in a moderate drought situation, and a large portion of which still considered to be abnormally dry. I'm really surprised that this is kind of how it's shaping up, because it has most of the viewing area just in a none category as far as intensity is concerned, and I dare say we're past that, but it's the U.S. Drought Monitor Service, so we'll go by their data. Nevertheless, moderate drought has started to work its way throughout about half of the state. And again, little backyard tomato gardens like mine, which have faltered this year to say the least, are just a very small indicator of large farms across the Commonwealth which are suffering serious losses. A lot of farmers are already looking to the government for assistance, possibly, as this year is going to be maybe catastrophic for some. And we have no real relief in sight. We picked up that 2.5 inches of rain several days ago. First time in a long time we had any significant or measurable rain, but right now we're not looking forward to any more in the forecast. The Johnson County Sheriff's Department has arrested a man for serious charges. This after a woman claims that she was brutally attacked with a machete as she and a passenger on a moped were brake checked by a man who was ordered by the courts not to have any contact with that victim. Back on July the 29th, a woman told authorities in Johnson County, the sheriff's department, that she was riding on the back of a moped on Kentucky 581 over in Johnson County when this man, Jonathan Mahan, 41, whose address listed with the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center today shows it as the Rehabilitation Center on 460, when he passed the scooter in his vehicle, pulled in front of it, and then brake-checked the vehicle, which I think we all know means he got in front of it and slammed on his brakes trying to get the scooter to collide with the back of his truck. He then jumped out of the vehicle after the scooter stopped with a machete and came towards the two women on the scooter and then ripped the shirt of the driver off and then grabbed by the head of the hair while hitting her with a machete. Police responded to the hospital where she was taken. They pictured and documented all of the injuries that were sustained and also recorded that Mahan, after the attack, fled the scene in his truck when another vehicle pulled up to the scene, but not before he reportedly grabbed one of the victims or the victim by her body parts, striking her, beating her, and then trying to pull her into his truck. Authorities say that she was able to kick her attacker and he lost his grip on the machete, and they were able to get free from him just enough that he saw a car coming and then jumped in his truck and fled. But he didn't quit there. Authorities say that afterwards he continued to call and send messages threatening to kill the victim and her daughter on numerous occasions, which led to other charges. And court records also indicate that Mahan had a court order not to have any contact with that victim. He's charged with assault in the second, assault in the fourth, terroristic threatening, harassing communications, and the investigation is ongoing. I'll be right back after a message or two.
Please welcome John Heater, John Kreis, and Efren Ramirez.
That gets a tots from us.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Friday, and Friday's special is livers or gizzards or both for just $5.79 plus tax at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe, and that's with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit. And you can stop by and dine in 10 till 9:30 or drive through 10 till 10 every day at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. It's just the perfect spot to grab lunch, a snack, something sweet, pick up your meds, or have them brought to you curbside. It's your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy that's been proud to serve you and your families for over 100 years. And now on their already incredible menu, fresh baked goods from the Daily Bread. Frazier's Prater Drugstore, 349-3135. For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER. One name, one call, one ultimate solution to your heating and cooling, sales, 24-hour service, and installation for home, commercial, boilers, chillers, and VRF systems. With over 15 years of experience and now based right here in the viewing area, Ultimate Air, 496-6651. While often helpful, did you know that popular non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen and naproxen and others increase your risk of having a heart attack or stroke, as well as other internal issues? And those risks are significantly higher with prolonged use and higher dosages. Find out all you need to know about common concerns and cautions and options when you stop by and talk to a Parkway Pharmacy pharmacist in Sayersville. SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Sayersville National.
Youth.
Experience.
Modern solutions to modern problems.
Proven solutions to legal problems.
An emerging face in the courtroom.
A known presence in the courtroom.
Together, We are multifaceted.
Together, we will do right by you.
If you are having any legal issues at all, just relax and call Max.
If a car wreck is causing you pain, just pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne.
Welcome to the best sales, the best service, and the best selection in the viewing area and Eastern Kentucky. It's Conley Tire in Staffordsville, where they have big specials on big name brands every month. And as always, great jobs, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and 6 months no interest. Conley Tire in Staffordsville and conleytire.net. The McGoffin County case has come to an end. A federal McGoffin County case has come to an end. The McGoffin County Sheriff's Department made a traffic stop just months ago here on the Mountain Parkway and found pounds of methamphetamine, and in doing so, a plea deal was reached back in June in the case, and the sentencing was handed down this week. It appears as though the judge may have taken into consideration the military service of the individual, who did get somewhat of a lighter, or at least a lesser of the maximum sentence, but still a number of years in jail. It's the latest of a long string of local cases which went federal and have resulted in several years being handed down in sentences. This time, Cortez T. Harris of Detroit, Michigan, 38, was arrested just this past January, and he went through the process, pled guilty in June, and now has officially been sentenced. He faced up to just under 10 years or so in prison for the 2 pounds of meth that the local authorities seized from his car. However, part of his plea for a lesser sentence was that he was a war veteran who had served time for the U.S. military. It appears as though that may have had some bearing. He received a total sentence of 48 months, 4 years in prison. While he remains still at this time in the Pike County Detention Center, he will be, however, transferred from there to a federal penitentiary. He also claimed during his plea and before his sentencing that he was just the delivery person and was paid $1,000 to bring the 2 pounds of meth to McGoffin County and Eastern Kentucky. Tonight's calendar is next. What's happening? That's a good question. Let's find out. Our friends over at the Water and Wine Food Pantry are distributing next week. That's right, next Wednesday is their last regular commodity day of the month of September, and then Thursday is their senior commodity day, and summer hours are still continuing to be 8 to 10. So there you have it. There's your reminder. The Sagersville High School class still celebrating their 54th reunion anniversary at the Half Mountain Civil War Park this coming Saturday. Call Patty if you have any questions, 496-7097. And the North McGoffin Fire Department also still has their big horse show set for this Saturday. It's going to be a big one down at the horse park. And then remember, on the 27th, that's their big soup bean dinner, hog roast, and auction that will start at noon and last the rest of the day on the beautiful top of the Improvement Hill. Calendar is always open for announcements just like these and birthdays and anniversaries, so please send them when you have them. Turning to funeral service announcements tonight, first we just have a couple of reminders. Services for Pernell Howard are going to start tomorrow at 1. 64, Pernell Howard passed away Monday at UK, survived by his wife Linda, sons Brian, David Hickman, and Jeremiah Howard, his brother Matthew, and sisters Elaine Howard, Sherry Howard, and Marissa Brown, and 2 grandkids. Again, services Friday at 1.
I love working in the coal mines, even though it was hard work. But if you suspect you have black lung, you can't work anymore. You'll find out that filing for benefits is hard too. I had friends who give up after years of trying. If it hadn't been for Big Sandy Healthcare, I wouldn't even try myself. If you think you have black lung, call Big Sandy Healthcare and get the help you deserve.
There are several risk factors that may put a patient at risk for heart disease.
Especially people who have diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol and have a family history of heart disease.
Neglecting to see a cardiologist can put you in trouble. You may develop problems that may not be reversible.
We see many people who do not have an actual diagnosis of a heart problem, but may be at risk of heart disease, and we do whatever we can to help mitigate that risk to help prevent disease in the future. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County School.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Before I go to the before-mentioned beautiful weather forecast, a serious crash over in Paintsville today in Johnson County on US 23 near Rush Fork. The road was shut down for a significant amount of time, and at least one person I have confirmed was airlifted from the scene. We had one of our staff there and captured an image, and the WR Castle Fire Department as well has supplemented those. WR reporting that it was a head-on collision that you see here. It happened right just at the noon hour or shortly a few moments thereafter on US 23. As far as how the accident happened or any other details or the condition of the injured, we do not have anything else to add to that degree tonight. I was trying to reach out a few moments ago to find out more, but we're still awaiting a call back. But I do know, and to no surprise, both drivers were seriously injured, and they had to, of course, extricate both of them, I believe, from the vehicles, each of their respective vehicles. The Paintsville Fire Department and EMS took one to the Pikeville Medical Center for the severity of their injuries. The other patient, after being pulled from the vehicle, was flown from the scene to the Cabell Huntington Hospital. Also assisting Rockhouse Fire and Rescue, the Johnson County Sheriff's Department, Paintsville Police, Air Evac Life Team 116, and the Kentucky and Paintsville Johnson County Emergency Management as well. And as we are getting ready to wind down this Thursday on another beautiful note weather-wise, we're looking forward to more of the same. Yes, we, as before mentioned at the start of the show, we desperately need some more rain. Picked up a quick 2.5 inches days ago, but that's been it for weeks. And it has taken a toll on our lawns, on our backyard gardens, and more importantly, crops of Kentucky farmers. But nonetheless, it is still a beautiful string of weather ahead. And again today, as I kind of alluded to last night, we bested expectations and topped out right at 85 degrees today. And we're still just a little bit above 80 right now if you're catching the end of the early show. Beautiful. I mean, beautiful. Dew point's 57, humidity's at 42%. So this is, of course, also continuing to add for the more potential of forest fires and things of that nature. So please keep that in the back of your mind always whenever we're this dry out, because we're going to continue to get drier. 49 and clear, calm winds for the rest of your Thursday. We'll be into the 80s again tomorrow, and for the next several days, I mean, it's going to be beautiful. Enjoy it. Just, remember, again, to put out any fires should they be lit or you have any outside or see any as well that are unattended or the like. 50 degrees or so tomorrow night, 53 the next night, 55 by Sunday, and 82, 84, and 86. Nice little stair step there all the way through the end of your weekend. Sunny and clear skies. At most, partly cloudy skies on a couple of occasions. And a little fog in the mornings, a few of the mornings throughout your forecast. And that is all there is to say about your 7-day. Very consistent all the way through this time next week. A beautiful weekend in store. We'll start off next week on Monday with exactly more of the same, where we should see the mid-80s again. Maybe even a little better. We might see the upper 80s Monday and Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday and Thursday. Very quite likely. Fog in the morning, but sunny in the middle and partly cloudy or mostly clear or clear. Take your pick. That's just the gambit we're running. As beautiful weather indeed has set in. Beautiful, albeit dry weather. We'll keep monitoring the drought situation for you out there. If you're a farmer, if you have any experiences with the drought situation right now or ramifications with it as well, please let us know. There's a story out there. We would like to have it. That's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Please wrap up this week with me tomorrow.